Right, it is moving in. Thanks so much, Rachel. An officer-involved shooting in Cañon City has some people shaken up tonight. This is the third officer-involved shooting in Cañon since December.
This one happened after a standoff that began late last night at a campground off of Highway 50 in the city's east side. Police say a man killed his wife before being killed by officers.
Police say after a 3-hour standoff, the man came out and started shooting at officers. Investigators think it was a case of suicide by cop. He wanted to die because of his health problems. Well, tonight we are digging deeper into police policy and how they try to prevent standoffs from turning deadly. KRDO News Channel 13's Greg Miller is live in Cañon City. And Greg, police say negotiators tried their best on this case.
James Arena officers tried to convince that man who held himself up in an RV just down the highway here not to shoot at them. They didn't want to shoot at them. That was what the whole point of these negotiations were, but hours of talking just proved not to be enough. People who knew the couple say they were stunned.
He was very quiet. He loved to joke. You could say lots of people knew him in town.
And police say this is certainly not the outcome they wanted.
The officers defended themselves, really had no choice.
Police Chief Paul Schultz defended his negotiators who tried to calm the man down.
He chose not to. He spoke to one of our negotiators for about 10 minutes and then hung up, would not initiate conversation with her. So we do everything we can to prevent this.
He says the gunman kept making threats to his own life, ending his own. When police first arrived, his wife had a gunshot wound to the head, and their dog had been shot too. But hours of talking and waiting never diffused the situation. Instead, the man opened the door.
A powder form of pepper spray. As soon as that projectile hit the window, instantaneously the door to the motorhome swung open, and he was standing in the doorway. There was no lapse in time. It was instantaneous.
And he opened fire. One bullet hit a police car. Several others hit another armed vehicle. The police returned fire, killing the gunman.
Very serious, deadly serious. The officers had absolutely no choice other than to defend themselves at that point.
An exchange that's likely on the minds of neighbors still reeling from what happened.
And seen him and talked to him every 3 weeks. You just never know.
Now, police are still not releasing the gunman's name or his wife's name. They do say the officer who fired the first shot has been placed on administrative leave, and that's typical policy within the police department. Reporting live tonight in Cañon City, Greg Miller, KRDO News Channel 13.